So they will have bubbles.
The term palliative care often is perceived by some of my colleagues when some parents as giving up hope or working with the death and dying squad. What they may not understand is that clearly using palliative care means that kids actually live longer and better. No. And a little bit higher. Nicely done. No.
Wow!
Callie was a little baby who I met 7 years ago. She was a baby who was born prematurely at 23 weeks of gestation, very, very little. And as she was growing, unfortunately, her lungs were not. When she was about the time when she normally would have been born, she was the size of a normal baby. However, her lungs were so tiny and so badly developed that every day she was gasping for air. How big were you when I saw you the first time?
About this big.
About
Maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah. With feet.
Yeah.
And ears and everything. You were tiny.
Callie was extremely sick, and the NICU team was kind of at a loss. Us as parents were at a loss because she was so sick, and we were so we're struggling because she was gasping for every breath she was taking, and she was just it seemed like she was in just so much pain, and no one knew what to do.
So she was on a ventilator, but every day she was just gasping for air and really was so uncomfortable that the parents were not able and capable and were not willing to watch her suffer anymore.
She looked like she was in pain. She was struggling for every breath she took. We started giving her morphine, and we started with little bits of morphine, and it was helping, and eventually we ended up giving her quite a bit, and everyone was kind of surprised by what we were giving her, but it was really the only thing that was keeping her calm and comfortable.
Basically, they were asking for palliative sedation. Palliative sedation means that we would give very strong medications which would have made her so sleepy that she would not suffer from those breathlessness attacks anymore. After we chatted, I actually started to give her a whiff of a splash of morphine. And what happened is that within about 2 or 3 days, Callie actually stopped having her episodes of breathlessness. She actually did quite well on astounding high amounts of morphine.
She kind of, she was critically ill, but she at least was able to stabilize so her team could get things in progress, because otherwise our option was to take her home on hospice.
Callie clearly, over the next weeks and 2 or 3 months, did so well that nobody, neither the neonatologists nor her parents, were asking for palliative sedation anymore.
Really, there's so much that a pain and palliative care team can do. It's so much more than just a hospice, which I think when everyone thinks of pain and palliative care, they think of hospice care, and when you first came to us, of course, that's what we thought, because that's what we were looking for. And then as we've grown to know you and your team, you have just provided us with so much comfort for her and support as us as parents.
They clearly were interested to make sure that Callie would live as long as possible, as well as possible.
Eventually then her doctors could look for other avenues, and she eventually then got accepted to Houston, Texas to receive a double lung transplant.
She did fairly well afterwards, and now you've seen her 7 years later. She's walking around, she's in first grade, she's one of my most delightful patients ever.
She's a little over 6 years post double lung transplant, doing amazing with the lungs. We have medical issues that we face, but she has done exceedingly well.
So what color are we going to take? What do you want to do? You want pink or red? This one? Okay, go. Okay, blow. Go and blow. Excellent. Okay, now shake it. Can Can you hold it and shake it?
Shake it.
Both hands. Can you do both hands? Well done. Keep shaking. What is it?
What'd you make?
Dog.
And keep blowing. Keep blowing, going. So, Callie, can you tell me, do you have any owies right now?
No.
No, that's good. But where was your owie when I saw you last time? Do you remember?
Dog.
Good. I like that.
She sees a lot of people on your team for music therapy to just help her overall growth and development. Your child life specialist to dealing with all her medical complications. You know, your home care nursing team to deal with her transplant levels.
We were able to provide care for her through our palliative care team, inpatient, at home, and in our clinic. So we try to meet you where you are. So as much as possible, we try to keep you home.
Yep.
Right. So our palliative home care team comes out with Mark, the music therapist,
Yep.
Margaret, the child life specialist, Sarah as the lead nurse out
Yep.
there, and social work. Is that working?
It's amazing, yeah. We're thrilled. It's just nice to have that continuation of care from in the NICU to now at 7.